Okay, this is going to be the addition book directions. Basically, the fellow math educator one, I just looked at it. It looks pretty good, except for maybe at the bottom where it says rattle off the factors of, uh, excuse me, 12 to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Maybe just replace that sentence with students should be able to rattle off 6 plus 9 is 15, and then in parentheses maybe say knowing or I don't know, something about how 6 times 10 is 16, so 6 plus 10 is 16, so 6 plus 9 is 15. Some little way in there of saying like using the logic learned here or you by logic and deduction. I don't know, in a I don't know, something like that. The second one is when you start the one about thank you for purchasing the program. That's like the next thing. You can basically steal that, except change the word multiplication addition to addition addition, and try to say that fast 3 times. And then start with activity one will be the discovery template again. And then I actually have some other stuff that I'm going to have you do. There's going to be some stuff that goes before this. Basically, you don't need to worry about it now, but I'm going to put in some kind of thing with like the 100 facts from 1 plus 1 up to 10 plus 10, and then somehow identify that they come in groups. But for now, we'll just start at addition fact family, or activity number one, which is the discovery template, and then say each family has a template page that explains the logic for understanding the problem, the facts within that family. For example, the first family covered will be the doubles family, since it is generally the easiest and most likely known to the students. Ideally, the teacher will have some white cubes and black cubes and model these to the kids as they fill in their own template, either with pencil or in a sheet protector using a dry erase marker. The teacher would, for example, hold up one white cube and one black cube and say, if I have one white cube and one black cube and I put it together, how many do I have? Two total cubes. And then direct the students to look down and fill in the thing. One white cube plus one black cube is two total cubes. And then to emphasize that that's where the fact 1 plus 1 equals 2 comes from. And then the teacher will continue on to go through 2 plus 2 all the way up to 9 plus 9. Or I don't think we want to focus so much on this one. Just say the teacher will continue down the sheet to and the students will fill it in. Activity number two, which I have misappropriated. So let me just fix that real quick. Where's my do now? Where do I want it? There. Which is the, let me just check and make sure I got that right. Yeah, you got the discovery template is activity one, and then has two sides, but just call it activity one, because it's really one continuous thing for addition. Now, activity two is the do now. You can go back and cut the same verbiage from whatever we wrote in the other one, but basically each do now has a title and 5 stages. The student on loose leaf or a notebook writes the title of the do now, and then at each stage writes the direction and the answers only to each problem. And then, of course, I'm going to do a handwritten one, which we will put in there later. Oops. Okay, activity three is the discovery test. And again, we're going to tell them that there's four, even though right now I only have two, but we'll say that there's four. Each one has the problems in in some varied form or order. I don't want to say totally different, but each one has the problems in different order so that the teacher can quickly give a time test. Or I don't think we want to say time test right here. I think I'm going to say that in my explanation of how the week, the chart goes. But I'm not sure. We'll have to come back and fix that possibly. The next one is mix and match, which I'm starting to wonder if I ever fucking changed these to write the word matchter at the time. Maybe if I didn't for all of them, I'm gonna leave them alone, but I can't remember. I thought I was trying to go back and make them all matchters. But anyway, activity number, I guess it's 4, is mix and match activities or matchter activities, depending on what the fuck. Basically, students draw a line from the question box to the answer box. For ease of the teacher, the answers generally fall into patterns of 2 and 3, or between 2 and 4 groups, so it's easy to visually check when you walk up to a student. Um, I don't know if again we should be writing that this can be done on pencil and consumed or with sheet protector. I'm always going to say sheet protector. Fuck Paul and his communicator, but maybe they can use a sheet protector or communicator, and then maybe somewhere later I'll add a little note that says what a communicator is. After that is the Faxter game. The directions are basically exactly the same of what it said for the other one for multiplication, but the idea is each times table has a Faxter, has a game board, and then it has circles below with problems inside. Students put a coin on one, for example, 4 plus 4. Then the student goes over there and writes 4 plus 4 is 8. That means they can choose any one. There are many 8s on the board, but the student can only choose one. Player 1 then puts an X on one of the 8s, and then it becomes player 2's turn. Player 2 makes a choice, say 7 plus 7. They write in the fact box over here, they write 7 plus 7 equals 14. Player 2 will be O's, so they can put an O on any one of the 14s. And this is continued until someone gets 4 in a row. Reminder, free space does not belong to either player, but can be used by either player. I don't know how to say that, but the idea is you never put an X or an O on it, but either team can use it. So if you get 3 plus the free space, you win. Where are we at? All right, and obviously I forgot the fucking the shipster back on the other one. This one is going to be a little trickier to explain, maybe, I don't know. But basically, we'll say to practice a specific family, for example, the doubles family, students will pick 3 of the sums from the addition fact family. So, for example, they could pick from 1 plus 1, they could pick the number 2, or from 2 plus 2, they could pick the sum 4. They will put these sums in order from least to greatest in the 3 spaces where it says my 3 ships. For example, and then maybe we'll put a game board there and then put just 3 numbers in there, and I'll put say 8, 12, and 16. And then it'll say the player, this will be the 3 numbers in my ship. Meanwhile, now we will take turns, and each opponent will take turns stating a fact and then guessing the number. The opposing player will either say hit or miss. If it's a miss, the player knows not to guess it again. If it's a hit, the player then asks if it's the smallest sum, the largest sum, or the middle sum. By revealing this, it will help the student to eliminate certain guesses. There is a different attack possibilities for each family. I don't know. That's good enough for now, and we'll give that a whirl.